Look at all these people. What do they need in their lives? Some excitement. A little magic.
And you think you can deliver that?
Magic.
Thespis, are you acting in another play?
Kassandra! Aristophanes' friend, and my friend too. I'd be nowhere without your support.
I suppose if I hadn't carried you out, you might still be in that tavern.
On the floor!
I vaguely
Thespis
remember
had
this.
Brilliant idea to put on a play in this town. He's got a reputation as a great actor, so I thought, this could be a huge success. I'm beginning to think I thought wrong.
No, everything is under control. You keep an eye on the ticket sales, my darling Rodanthi, and my friend Kassandra will take care of everything else.
I promise you, I know nothing about theater.
Don't be so modest. You'll be known as the hero who made Leonidas and his 300 Spartans, the play of the century.
The play is about King Leonidas. You know, my family...
Your family can come, of course. I'm sure they'll be proud to see you. Just help me tell that glorious hero's tale.
I'll help Thespis put on the play. The story of Leonidas must have its due.
Very well then. I expect you to deliver.
So what do you need done?
Bring wine. Not for me, for our audience.
So you think the audience won't listen to the tale of Leonidas unless they're drunk?
They won't be drunk, just appreciative.
Where are you keeping the wine?
Well, I had wine, but then the local military commander commandeered... Hey, I should put that in the script. The Persian commander commandeered the, casks. That's it.
Then I'll have to recommandeer it myself. Where is this commander?
He kept the expensive wine and left the rest for his soldiers. An ordinary audience might be content with the cheaper drink.
If we serve the best wine, we could get a more sophisticated audience. It might be harder to get to, but worth it.
You speak my language. Better wine could mean a more generous crowd.
I'll take care of everything.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess then, oh, really multiple quests? You couldn't just give me a quest with 2 markers? Alright, where the frig? There we go. The center of Roxas Point is being kept in whatever fort there. Oh, all the way over here. Okay. That's not too far away. Okay, so this guy here, I vaguely remember going into a tavern. I feel like that was a really early quest, wasn't it? Because I don't even, like, the guy that he mentioned, I don't even remember that dude. Aristophanes or whatever. But I vaguely remember picking someone up off a tavern floor and carrying them somewhere. But I'm also now remembering that I did something similar in Origins. So I'm wondering if I'm not just mixing the two up. Maybe? I feel like if I did that it was a fairly early quest, because this guy and the Aristophanes, I'm not really remembering them very well, or remembering anything about them, but I don't know. Hopefully they were smart enough. I mean, I feel like they would hopefully have been smart enough that if you don't have, like, if you didn't do the quest that involved the people, then you wouldn't get the Lost Tale of Greece, because obviously in this situation, it's somebody that Kassandra met before, right? So it would, but then at the same time, no, I was going to say at the same time, you know, people might want to experience it who didn't get to that quest or something, but you know what? It was a free DLC. Like, you don't pay for any of these Lost Tales. So, I mean, if I could very easily see them limiting it so that you had to have at least met the individual. Like, if I hadn't carried you out, you know, who knows what would have happened. It's like, that doesn't make sense if you've never met the guy before, right? Like, it's going to be really weird now if, like, we meet this guy later But, you know, we did this for him now.
The good wine should be in that fort. If the officers haven't drunk it all already.
Oh. Okay, so I think I've got a good amount of people marked here. If I get to that watchtower, I can climb up along there, but that wouldn't really help. I can get up here and get a better view down there. I might just need to like skirt along the wall here. Oh god, there's another guy right there. Oh god, there's a couple of dudes there. Is there a reason you didn't mark him? I mean, you got the fucking damage indicator on him, which means that he was obviously within range. I should be able to do this. Alright, let's set this trap just in case. Let's hope I make it to the bushes with this jump. Nailed it. Okay, so that guy is definitely watching the stairs. That guy's up there. That shouldn't be a problem, though. This should work. Hopefully no one's down. Oh, God. Stealth roll. Come on, mark them properly. Thank you. Oh, God. Is there another door? There is another door, but he is not going to it. Sorry, buddy. But you should have just stayed napping.
That must be the good wine Thespis mentioned. Oh, but it smells awful. I should try it. Ah, this tastes like horse piss. I can't serve this. There must be something better nearby.
So he sent us after fucking garbage wine. Oh god, I gotta read the invitation. I've never had that before. Not once have I actually had to go and look at it. Those who appreciate the finer qualities of wine should join us in the underground storage for a tasting event. Don't tell the officers. So, if I had to guess, I would say the soldiers stole the wine from the officers that I was sent here for and replaced it with like that garbage wine that Kassandra just drank. Okay, I got that guy coming down here. Those two guarding the front gate. We got a guy up there. I'd like to climb this wall. Which I should be good to do now. I am attempting to not kill as I go through here. I'm not actually 100% sure why I would rather not kill going through here, but maybe because like I never really do this in Assassin's Creed. I don't think I ever really go like there's a lot of games like Hitman and that where like you can very well just like kill a bunch of people and not worry about it. And I will, like, I'll try and make sure that, like, I don't kill anybody that I'm not supposed to, right? But then it comes to Assassin's Creed where, you know, technically you can do the same thing, but you know what? Everyone dies. Like, I don't know why. If anything, yeah. Sorry, connoisseurs of good wine, apparently. I, need it.
This wine must be good. I should get back to Thespis.
Oh god, I actually have to carry that? That would explain why they didn't leave it in the fort. So they made you go to the one... So what happens if you come down here, then? Because, like... Also, are they like in bottles in this container, or am I just carrying like a wicker basket full of fucking liquid? Because that doesn't seem right. But yeah, I'm guessing that they put that down there because if you had to carry it out of the fort, then you would just fucking have to kill everyone on your way out, basically. I think you can still stealth with stuff being held, but it's obviously a lot more awkward. It also doesn't look like I'm going all the way back to the stadium or whatever, because it was like way over there, wasn't it? It was definitely further away. Like, this is just the side of the road. Okay. Now what? Do I actually have to go and get the other wine as well, then? Why would I need... that? They really set that up like it was a one or... Oh, no. Oh, because I was... Right. Got it. Because I was tracking the other one. Why does me sitting the wine here make it... like, what? Why? Why wouldn't I just take the wine straight to the fucking play? Why would I leave it out in the middle of the road? Like, is it because they didn't want you to have to carry it that far? Because, I mean, it wasn't... I mean, you have to go there anyway. And, I mean, it's not like... Yeah, I may not have been able to, like, throw it on the back of Phobos here or something. But, like... that still doesn't really make too much sense. That I just dropped it off next to the road. Like, there wasn't, like... Like, there was no one there to indicate that they were going to take it. There was no one... Like, I don't understand. Just like I don't understand how soldiers fighting on the street care that somebody rode by on their horse. I mean, they are fighting in the middle of the road. Are you telling me I'm the only person who rode by on the horse? I mean, there's mercenaries everywhere, so it can't just be that I'm that. Or it can't just be that I'm armed. Although I will say, this game also has a bad habit of, just like a lot of games do where they have factions that don't like each other, where the factions will fight each other just fine. But like as soon as you enter the scenario, unless you are directly aligned for whatever purpose with someone, both factions will stop fighting each other to then fight you. Even if they don't even really know who you are. Like, it's really fucking annoying, and it's in pretty much every game that has factions of some sort in it. Ugh. Now I wonder,
I found your wine.
am I going to be a part of the play, or...
Wonderful! Our guests will be in a fantastic mood before the play
I
even
sampled the
starts.
wine. It's excellent. I'll try selling tickets in the better part of town. Wealthy patrons won't be disappointed.
So, when will I be able to see this play?
Well, there's a little complication with the cast. Finding them, I mean.
You've lost your actors?
None of them showed up at the last rehearsal. And the time before that, they seemed terribly discouraged. Someone might have been in touch with them.
No one will get paid if they don't come back.
Exactly. There's 3 of them in all. They're playing Ephialtes, Xerxes, and Viennikis. I can give you an idea of where they might be.
So, who's playing Leonidas?
I am, of course. I trust no one but myself to carry the starring role.
So, Xerxes, king of the Persians, is in your play?
Yes, and I found a tremendous actor to play him. He plays marvelous villains. He did mention that the Despontian ruins were inspiring him.
Viennikis? That was Leonidas' favorite lieutenant.
Yes, and played by a charming young fellow. A bit of a nervous type, though. I was surprised when he told me he was going gambling in the Great Square here in Elise.
So the traitor Ephialtes is missing. What a surprise.
Usually, my good friend Tros is dedicated to his craft. But the last time we spoke, he seemed touched by a certain religious fervor. He said he would pray at the spring of Piera.
I hope the actors turn up.
When you find our actors, send them back to me. And do your best to encourage them. Our performance will be terrible if the actors' hearts aren't in it.
And that means no one will pay us. Got it.
Okay, so not only do I have to find these guys, I have to inspire them to do their job. Fucking hell. Alright, alright. I wish that they had like a separate thing over here that involved these. Oh, okay. It's these three. Actually, you know what? Let's just look at the map, because he said that the one was like close by, right? Gambling here in Ellis. Okay, so we'll go grab this guy first. This is the guy playing the lieutenant. I don't remember his name, even though the guy just said it. But the actor who played him in 300, I fucking love that guy. He also played the, I'm assuming it's that guy anyway. I'm not really 100% on that. But I'm assuming it's that guy. And he also played the monk in the Van Helsing movie with Hugh Jackman. He played his friend there that invented all of his stuff for him. And he was a friar, right? Not a monk. It's a difference, actually. There's a very important difference that he used to his advantage later in the movie. But the Van Helsing movie, not the 300 movie.
This is terrible. I'm really going to need the Leonidas to get out of this mess.
Are you playing the Anikis for Thespis?
I was, but now I can't. I lost all I had gambling with the commander. Now he says I'm his slave until I pay off the debt. I'll be working for him for years.
Let's settle this debt.
Oh, thank you. The commander is right over there.
Am I gonna at least get to talk to this guy and not just have to stab him? Okay.
You want to play another game? So glad you brought company.
No, well...
I need my friend back. He's due to act in a play. I think it's time you let him leave.
What's the play?
Leonidas and his 300 Spartans. This man plays the Anikis. Leonidas is lieutenant.
Ah, a good military play. We need more of those on the stage. Of course, it would be best if they cast real soldiers instead of namby-pamby actors.
I'm not... No, never mind.
So here is how it is, Mistios. This Malakas owes me a debt that he's paying off with service. Do you intend to take his place?
Ooh, I can... Let's see. Would this guy be better in the play? I don't know. He seems like kind of a dick. I could just fight him. But what work would I have to do is the question.
Let's make a deal. My services as a Mistios against his debt.
Works for me. My soldiers used to be stationed at the stable of Evieras. We've relocated since then. But
Oh, I bet you I've already done this one.
luck charm by mistake. Bring it back and we'll call this even.
Is that all? I'll be back before you know it.
Oh shit, I actually don't have it. What do you know? That's a shock. As soon as he said, it's like, hey, we were here, but we left something behind, I was like, oh, she's just gonna whip it out and be like, bam! Suck it. Now, this guy gets to go and act. Oh, got some... Actually, not even sure what that was when it laid down. It looked kind of weird, but whatever. I mean, he wasn't 100% wrong, though, where it's like, they should put like real soldiers in to play the soldiers in it, which isn't incorrect. But at the same time, you know, there is a difference between acting and soldiering. Oh, fuck you, pig. Absolutely go fuck yourself. There's no reason for you to fucking stand up. None whatsoever. Ah, here it is. Oh, what a surprise. The pig magically found me. Because, you know, They weren't bullshit enough. They had to make them psychic. I think that's like the main issue with a lot of the animals in there is that they don't stagger when you hit them. So like you can't really combo them, you know? Because like that's how you do like your big chunk of damage, right? Is that like your last strike of the combo. And a lot of the human enemies will use their unblockable, oh, they're wolves. Like use their unblockable attacks or whatever, right? To stop you from doing your combo. But for the most part, they can't stop every combo, right? So for the most part, you can get it off if you just like be stubborn about it and go for it again, right? So I don't know. It's just annoying because like none of the animals stagger at all. None of the animals act like they're being stabbed. And it's just fucking annoying when that happens in games where it's like, I just shot you and yet you managed to headshot me with a pistol.
And the wolves you didn't.
Which I'm sure were no problem for a Misthios like you. Now, give me back my sword.
You never said this was a sword.
The best kind of luck is a fine blade. Hand it over.
Here you go. I take it we're even?
Yes. This will cover his debt. Now both of you get out of my sight.
We should leave. Follow me.
Now, do I get a chance to inspire him?
Do you think that commander will really leave me alone?
Maybe he won't. But if you're playing the Anikis, you must be ready to defend yourself. A Spartan doesn't cower at home just because he has enemies.
But I'm only a Spartan in a play.
Do you want to convince your audience or not? The Anikis had to live with the fear of being killed every day. Why should it be different for you?
I see. Knowing that commander could show up at my home any day with a dozen men and set spears at my throat, that fear will inform my character. Thank you!
You're welcome. Now, get back to Thespis for rehearsals.
Okay, so I guess that's the inspiration. That guy needs to do it right. I'm going to go out on a limb here, just based off the first quest, that the different ways of doing these quests are actually going to affect shit in the end. I mean, obviously, it might be a little more or a little less dynamic. Like, I don't know if we're actually going to get a play in the end or not. It would be cool if we did, but I'm not sure that's something that'll actually happen, is the thing, right? So, oh goody, a bear. Let's just leave that alone. Because yeah, like, it would be really fucking neat if at the end of this quest we got a play and depending on what we did actually like change the outcome. Like the fact that we got good wine meant more sophisticated people. Maybe that would like, maybe if like you get the other, like the crap wine, you get like hecklers or something, right? Whereas with the sophisticated wine, you don't, because, you know, the snooty people will only complain about it behind the back. How snooty the people would be here, I have no idea, but... And then, like, as you collect the actors, like, the soldier may have done, like, for all I know, the soldier may have done a better job than this guy, right? It would definitely make them highly replayable, because, like, so far what I've experienced in this game isn't making me want to replay it, right? Like, you would think that with having Kassandra and Alexios, like, right off the bat, right? It's like, are you going to play a guy or a girl? And, like, you know, the stuff changes slightly for them, but I feel like it's not nearly enough. Like, I mean, like, that alone wouldn't make me want to replay, right? Like, just like the slight differences, like, obviously you would have Kassandra as the bad guy and Alexios as the good guy, well, because you would be playing them. So I mean, like, obviously some of this shit would change based on that alone, but even that and like the very few differences, like, because here's the thing, right? Technically, to experience everything in there, I'm thinking you would need at least like 4 playthroughs. Just because like you would need a playthrough as good guy Kassandra and a playthrough as like dickhead Kassandra. And then like you would need the same for Alexios, right? You would need good guy Alexios, bad guy Alexios, right? So that's 4. And then there are very few quests that would have more than that. Like technically this one here, right? Like rescuing that last guy, right? There was a few different outcomes. Because like I could have fought the general or the captain, whatever. I could have fought that guy. And then Kassandra would have had to tell the guy something else. Because obviously she couldn't tell him. And it's like, oh, I mean, the fact that the guy could show up at any point should be an inspiration, right? Which obviously if I attack and kill the guy, can't be an inspiration. Alright, buddy.
Thank the gods.
Don't thank them yet. Let's get out of here.
Did I get it off? I did. Alright. Fuck you. Alright. I kind of wish that areas would stay cleared as well. I understand why they don't. I mean, I imagine it's specifically for reasons like this, where when you have a quest back in an area, you know, they don't want you to just be able to walk in and complete it real quick. But at the same time, then, why do they let items that you need for quests spawn before you have the quest?
I don't think I could have survived much longer.
Why were those Malakias keeping you prisoner?
They were raving, convinced I'm the villains at play. They wanted me to lead them into a dark ceremony and tortured me to recite their spells. Nothing was enough.
You're safe now.
I am, but the witch has plans to harm the citizens of Elise. She says they wronged her, so she poisoned the shipment of supplies for the city.
I'll have to destroy those supplies before they get there.
But now that she knows you're here, she'll leave her hiding place and flee into the wilderness. No one will be safe if she escapes.
I mean, I gotta destroy the
Let
supplies.
the people of Elise be poisoned. I'll destroy the supplies.
Yeah, I mean, oh God, but then the witch might show up and do something. I don't know. But, I mean, if... See, this wasn't that hard of a choice for me. I knew I was going for the poison supplies. But at the same time, I kind of wish that I could have been like, okay, I'll go hunt the witch. You go get rid of the supplies, right? Although the supplies are going to probably be guarded by people, yeah. But you know what? I can just do this, because odds are there's not going to be... There's probably not going to be more than I can take care of here. Goodbye. Alright, I guess maybe I upgraded that. Maybe that's why it does more damage. Boop. Boop. Using stun arrows for this for some reason, but whatever. Alright, where'd he go? 104. That's not where I left him, but that's fine. Makes sense. Oh, but now the question is, though, am I going to get there and he's going to be dead because the witch killed him? Or is the witch going to be here? Or is he just going to be here going nuts?
I destroyed the poison supplies before they could reach Elise.
That's good, but the witch is still out there. Nobody is really safe. I'm not safe.
You think Xerxes was ever safe? Leonidas and his Spartans wanted him dead. His own mother would betray him given the chance.
Xerxes asking for safety. You're right, the king of Persia would never grovel. He'd crush his enemies before they could execute their plans.
I'm glad you see it that way. You should get back to Thespis.
I will. And thank you. Xerxes will rule at last.
Happy to have helped, Your Majesty.
Alright. So now we got that guy. Really though, they believed his bad guy portrayal so much that they decided that, you know what? This guy must actually be a real bad guy and he could help us cast spells. Like, that's the thing I don't get most, right? It's like, alright, he must be a real prick because of the way he acts or whatever. Sure. Like, maybe he really is a bad guy because he does it so well. but it's like all of a sudden, like, the bad guys he plays can, like, fucking cast spells and shit. I mean, Xerxes, as far as I'm aware, never fucking claimed to be a mage of any kind. Like, I know he had people that were considered mages in his army from, you know, the different areas that he conquered. You know, they weren't really mages, but I know he had, like, a bunch of different groups, and a few of them were considered, you know, wizards, witches, probably not witches, but, you know, wizards, mages, whatever. So, I mean, that would make sense, but, you know, Xerxes himself, as far as, I mean, he said he was a god, though, I guess. Xerxes did claim he was a god. But then again, we also don't know what other parts, because he said that, you know, this guy plays villains really well, so... I mean, he's one of those actors like we have nowadays where it's like, well, okay, so like the best example I can think of is like, I've been watching a lot of Cinema Sins, right? And there's certain actors when they pop up in movies where it's like, okay, well, that's the bad guy. Even if they're not a bad guy right at the beginning, he's going to turn into the bad guy at some point. And it's like, if you want us to believe that this guy's actually a good guy, why the fuck did you cast this actor? It's like, we know he's going to turn into a bad guy. Because that's all that he plays, right? Like, it's very, like they're very typecasted. Is that a dog? I think it's a dog, so I should be safe. There are more... Okay, no, the restricted areas over there. I'm good here.
Have you come to learn about the mysteries of Hedony? Not much of a mystery if you tell everybody about it. Hedony is the goddess of bliss, and since we all seek bliss, we are all Hedony. I'm not seeking bliss. I'm seeking an actor. We have no actors here, only teachers and students. Look, his name is Tros. He's an actor working for Thespis. I recall hearing that an actor joined us, but now his name is Hedony. Like mine, everyone here is Hedony. Just give me a straight answer. I need to find that actor. I'm sorry. I'm the only one permitted to speak with outsiders. But if you pass our initiation, others will speak with you too.
Good God.
Fine. Initiate me, Hedony. What do I have to do? Wonderful. You must complete 2 tasks to demonstrate your devotion. First, climb to the top of the waterfall of eternal joy and dive into froth of fantasy. Right. And then what? Then, explore the cave of deepest self-knowledge and return with the treasure you'll find inside. Waterfall dive, cave treasure. Got it.
Okay, I feel like I've done this. Yeah, I've definitely done this before because the waterfall thing is a viewpoint, I think. Is it not? Maybe not. Either way, I remember this fucking spring because I couldn't find...
This is the waterfall. Now to pick a good spot and jump.
I can't remember. Was it? Could I not? I think when I tried to do this before, I couldn't find... Like, as it's a location that's marked on the... Oh, right. I couldn't find the one treasure. I did eventually find it, but... it was really fucking annoying because, like, it's a very weirdly laid out place, right? Or it's a very weirdly laid out location. Because, like, you have this section here that has, like, a bunch of underwater shit. And then you have this cave up here that I found that is also part of it. But the cave goes for so long and there's so much underwater parts to it.
Ha! That must be the cave with the treasure inside.
Yeah, very good. You know what, though? I am going to equip a different weapon for the moment. Because I have Poseidon's Spirit that allows me to breathe underwater. And look at that. My health bar does not go down. Fucking nice. Alright, where the fuck am I going? Now, she said the treasure that I'll find at the end of it. But if I remember from... from my last exploration of this, it's a long fucking tunnel. I was kind of hoping it would also increase my swim speed, but it does not seem like it. There's definitely less stuff in here than last time I was here, like iron deposits and that. Come on, get that. Well, fine. Fuck you then. I would like to know what the hell treasure it is I'm looking for. Because, like, there's a few different things. Oh, there it is. And how do I know that this is the treasure I need?
That's what I'm looking for.
A mystical feather, eh? Because, you know, that... Sure, why not? How the fuck did I get in here now? Is that might be it. Probably, maybe. I mean, that's the way we're going. Sure. I don't really care. It's as in most games. The underwater sections are kind of boring. Because, like, they can't put too much in them. For, like... Because, like, they can't really put too many enemies in underwater parts. Because that would be really annoying. Because, you know, underwater combat always sucks. They can't really put... Like, I don't know. It's just super annoying. Like, unless the game is literally based around being underwater. Like, Subnautica, for example. Completely 100% based around being underwater. So, it makes sense. So, you know, everything is based around that. The entire game was based around you being underwater. So, everything works well with it, right?
I jumped from the waterfall and found the treasure. Now, will you initiate me? You have initiated yourself. Welcome to the mysteries of Hedony. Hedony, go talk with your brothers and sisters. They'll be happy to meet you.
I'll go speak with him now.
Yes, I will, but... First things first. Alright, so this guy is the traitor that I'm looking for.
Are you Tros? I'm looking for an actor named Tros.
What? I had nearly reached the third level of Hedony's godly bliss when you interrupted me. Now I have to start all over again.
You get on with that. It's probably best you stay away from acting.
Okay, so that's not him. I mean... Let's go with the guy furthest along. Why not?
Hello. I'm looking for Tros, the actor.
Well, none of us use our old names here, but acting, I know about that. Make the audience laugh when they want to laugh, and cry when they want to cry.
And how would you make an audience laugh?
Well, I'd probably slip and fall on a piece of goat's bladder. Works every time.
I see. And to make them cry?
I tell them about how much I miss my poor dead goat. And if that didn't work, I cut an onion at the same time. All theater drink, you know.
Thanks for your time. I'll speak with the rest of the hedonists.
We should use that name. Might get more people joining with a snappy name like that.
God. Okay, I don't know if that's the guy.
Hello. I'm looking for the actor Tros. Is that you?
Oh, an actor. I'd love to be an actor. But my friends told me I need to practice my stage presence first.
That's wise advice. Good luck with that.
Okay, so definitely not him. God, I'm actually gonna have to decide.
Are you Tros, the actor?
No, I'm not him.
Good. Otherwise, Thespis is terrible at choosing actors.
Okay. Am I really just gonna have a choice of two?
Hello. Are you Tros, the actor?
You must be new. There are no actors here. Our only role is to be Hedony, to inhabit her grace and tranquility.
You sound like you know something about the theater.
I wouldn't say I know much about it. I might have studied a little Aristophanes, a little Euripides. Medea was robbed, you know.
If you aren't the actor Tros, you're certainly good enough to be him. Come act in Thespis' play.
I'd like to help you, Hidoni, but I need to stay here, work on my enlightenment. All right?
Enlightenment is hard. The gods don't make things easy for us. If you truly want to follow their path, you have to challenge yourself. If you stay here and rot, you'll be a failure.
That's harsh, but you're right. If I don't go out in the world, is my faith in Hidoni really true? Only one way to find out, and that's on the stage.
Good. Now go report to Thespis at Pelops Market in Elise. And get on with your rehearsals, Hidoni. I mean, Ephialtes.
Okay, got them all. So let's go back. Hopefully, with the amount of time we have left, that's all we have to do. If so, I mean, that's fucking perfect, because then Friday, we can do the other Tale of Greece, and it'll be the length of a video. I mean, if these things are basically a video's length, that is fucking fantastic. But hopefully they're all about the same length, because if they're not, and like I end up with one that's like a really short one, although no, I don't think they would be, because otherwise they wouldn't make a big deal about releasing them, right? Like, oh, the Lost Tales of Greece, and then like whenever a new one comes out, they're like, oh, there's another Lost Tale of Greece out, right? And I feel like there's got to be some substance to them. Like, this is a good one so far. Once again, I want to see how it all works at the end. And the reason why I picked the choice I did while talking to him is because I kind of felt that if I did the other one, he might end up with like I feel like that wouldn't have helped him act. And the other guy did not seem to be a very serious actor, you know? Like, for a play like this, it's like, oh, I can make them laugh and cry. I slip on a goat splatter and then complain about my poor goat to make them cry. It's like, or cut an onion. It's like, that doesn't seem like the actor that would be in this play. I mean, maybe, but I really feel like it wasn't. I don't know the rest of his qualifications, but based on what he told me, he is not the right actor, or he was not the actor I was looking for. Ugh. Not to mention all the actors seem to look the same.
My muse, my helper, the one who saves my posterior. I require your assistance one last time.
You've got all your actors, Thespis. Your audience is sated, so what's the problem now?
Leonidas himself is the problem. Picture it. I was rehearsing a monologue, brandishing my shield, encouraging my soldiers. Come back with your shield! Or under it!
I believe that's with your shield or on it.
No, I'm sure it's under it. But just as I gestured with my shield, I slammed it into my toe. And now I can barely stand, let alone act.
It's a shame you have to cancel the play after so much work, Thespis.
We are not canceling the play. We'd have to give back people's drachmae.
The show must go on. My Leonidas is right in front of me.
What? Me? I'm no actor.
And I'm no general, but on stage I am. Think of it. You could bring the great man's memory back to life. He could live again through you.
It's my destiny. I'll play Leonidas.
Excellent. So, let's do a quick run-through of your lines. You already heard...
God, I'm gonna have to remember this, aren't I?
Come back with your shield, or under it.
On it.
The next part is directed at Xerxes. The Persians come to make slaves of us all. I have a better idea. I say we drench the gods in wine!
I'm pretty sure Leonidas said, drench the gods with their blood.
I know what I wrote. Finally, when you confront the traitor, today was a day the Persians will never forget. Tomorrow is a day the kings will remember.
Tomorrow is a day the world will remember. Leonidas battled for all of Hellas and its freedom, not just Sparta.
I'm sure you'll get it right. If you like, go rehearse with the rest of the cast. But if you feel ready, to the stage with you.
Let's rehearse.
I'll go
my fellow actors first.
Just because, like, I'd like to make sure everything... Okay, so talking to him will be going for it, I'm assuming. All right, which one are you? You're Xerxes, I think. I think it was Xerxes, right?
Good. Your word stuck with me, Mistios. The public will fear and admire my Xerxes.
I'm glad I could inspire you.
As King Xerxes, I'll insult you and the Spartans, the usual. So you reply, the Persians come to make slaves of us all. I have a better idea. I say we all drench the gods with wine.
I know Thespis loves his wine, but Leonidas said he'd drench the gods with blood.
He's the director. I'm sure you can make his lines work.
I'm guessing then that as I go, I'm also guessing that based off of that these guys are just going to be repeating the lines to me so I remember them. But I'm guessing I'm going to need to either use his lines or my own.
All right. Good to see you back, Hidoni. I've taken your words to heart. I will spread the good word of Hidoni to these glorious people.
Good to hear it.
So, I'm Ephialtes the traitor. I'll say, I'm so clever for betraying you and the Spartans. Then you say, today was a day the Persians will never forget. Tomorrow is a day the kings will remember.
Why would Thespis write that? Leonidas was a king himself. He wanted the whole world to remember what he did.
It's a work of art. Don't take the details too seriously.
Okay, I think I should. I'm gonna talk to this guy just to make the circuit. But yeah, this is, if you ever play this one, it's highly unnecessary.
I'm sure you'll make a great Leonidas, seeing as you took care of that commander so thoroughly.
It was nothing.
So in our scene, I'll ask you to advise the troops. Then you answer, come back with your shield or under it.
I'm sure every Spartan general says on it.
That's what Thespis wrote.
Yeah, well, Thespis needs to fucking get his facts right. I mean, he has like 3 lines in his play, and he fucked up every one of them. Like, come on. This is also an insanely short play.
More? Or are you ready to be Leonidas?
I'm ready. I'm just wondering if we get costumes
I'm ready.
at some point, or if like we're just gonna go like this. Because I mean, I could dress up like Leonidas. I have quite a bit of Spartan armor that I can change into, but yeah, that's what I thought. God.
Welcome to our play, the heroic tale of King Leonidas and his 300 Spartans. Behold, your Leonidas.
Thank you for being here. Remember that Leonidas was not only a king of Sparta, but the savior of all Greeks.
I am the Anikis, lieutenant of the great Leonidas. I will serve him until Hades himself comes to claim him. My commander, my king, we are outnumbered and outmaneuvered. What can I do to help?
What does the Spartan general have to say to his right-hand man?
Like,
Come back with your shield, or on it.
no, I'm guessing that's a good reaction. For some reason, like, they were making motions, but they didn't seem to be saying anything. Why does he have the same mask?
Your puny gods mean nothing to me. Kneel before my mortal self. You Spartan cur! I will grind you and your people under my sandal.
How will Leonidas reply to his mortal enemy, Xerxes?
The Persians come to make slaves of us all. I have a better idea. I say, we drench the gods with their blood.
I really don't know. Like, they're not...
I'm Ephialtes, exile and traitor. I'll bring doom to the Spartan army by revealing a secret goat path to the Persians. The Spartans won't stand a chance. I have defeated your plans, Leonidas. What will you do now, fool?
The traitor dares talk back to his king! What will Leonidas say to that?
Is this really what plays were like back then? Because this is kind of trash.
Today is the day the Persians will never forget. Tomorrow is the day the world will remember.
I don't get it. I see some people cheering. I feel like they're cheering. I see other people that I feel aren't. I don't.
Great job, my friend. Enjoy the crowd's reaction, because I don't think Thespis will be happy you went off screen.
I think I can take care of him.
I guess we did good then. I don't. They really didn't animate. I mean, because we get. I don't know. They didn't animate the crowd very well. I'll say that. Like. Every time it cut to the crowd, I didn't know whether or not I did good or not. It's like...
Can't believe it. You ruined my perfect script.
Didn't you hear the crowd? They wanted to hear the real story of Leonidas. I should know. He was my grandfather.
You never stop performing. I love that. You almost had me convinced, you joker. Here, your part of the take.
Thanks. Maybe I'm more of an actor than I thought.
All right. So that was the show time, or what was it called? The Show Must Go On. Lost Tale. I mean, that was a good one. I will say that was a pretty freaking good little free bit of DLC there. Join, and that was about a video's length. Like, this video is a little bit longer than I would have liked it to be, but you know, I didn't want to stop right there because it was like almost done, and they do seem to be, I'm guessing they're about the same length, so I'm gonna assume that this one over here is going to be about one video's worth. So we'll do that on Friday if you care to join us and see what this one's about. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you then.